Hey YouTube land, Mel here. Got another little tip for you. So, I own a SIG P320 that has been back to the factory and fixed for the drop issue. So my SIG P320 is now supposedly drop safe. Now, one thing I've noticed from the fix of this is that you can actually end up with a dead trigger. And here, let me show you what I'm talking about. So, the way you clean a SIG P320 is lock the slide back, drop this tape down, let the slide come forward, and it comes right apart without pulling the trigger. Now, still haven't pulled the trigger. When we put the slide back on, what you're supposed to do is lock it in place. But if you don't lock it in place and just put that thing back, now you have a dead trigger. And not only do you have a dead trigger, but it's still dead even after you rack the slide. The only way to get this trigger back into working condition is you gotta lock the slide back. You hear that little click? That re-engaged the trigger. Now when the slide's dropped, oh, look at that, trigger works. So now this only happens if you'll put the slide back on without engaging the slide lock. Here, let me show you one more time. So put her back. We'll take her off. Now, when we put this back on, if I don't engage the slide all the way back, dead trigger. Still dead trigger. Listen for the pop. Now the trigger's been reactivated. Yep. So don't get caught with a dead trigger in a SIG P320. After you're cleaning it, make sure that you lock the slide back. That slide release needs to be in the up position or you could end up with a dead trigger. And given that this is my nightstand gun, that's the last thing I want to have happen. Take care, all.